Okay, so for the third video, we are going to be doing Jook, which is a Chinese porridge that my mom makes in the winter time and whatever. It's like a soup. It's like a comfort food. It's also known as congee, congee, and it's kind of like it would look kind of like oatmeal, but it is rice based and has kind of a turkey broth, and it's delicious. I went to the local Hofbrau, which is like a place that does sandwiches off the bone, and they sold me this turkey carcass for $3. I basically de-meated all the carcass and then kind of broke it apart where all the joints were, the wings and the ribs, and this is the breast. And so we have all these different pieces which are going to fit into this pot that my mom brought. So anyway, what do we need in order to make the Jook? What are the tools necessary?
Well, the ingredients are obviously the turkey bones or carcass, some rice.
How much rice is that?
Well, it depends on how much there is. For about 5 quarts of water, it's about a cup and a half.
So a cup and a half of normal
white grain.
Grain.
No, long grain white rice.
Long grain white rice.
Okay, we also need ginger to flavor the broth, and also as a garnish. Just not much. And a bunch of green onions.
That will slice up for, that's a garnish, right?
Yes.
Okay, that's another garnish. And then we have this, which is
leftover meat, the meat that you can tear off after roasting the turkey. This is a what they call a spider. This is a skimmer. This skims the fat from the surface of the broth. Mm-hmm. It's very fine mesh.
This is very important, this pot. Because of
this
the
is
strainer.
a pasta cooker. And what's good is that you throw all the bones in here. Maybe they're just tiny little bones. Maybe there's like big chunks. But the thing is, you can just take it out, let all the broth go back into the pot. Now I'm going to put in 5 quarts of water.
5 quarts?
Of cold water.
Why? Cold? Really cold?
Cold.
Oh, I always do hot water, so it'll boil faster.
No. Is that equivalent to 2 quarters? I would say so.
What do you mean quarters?
You know, the coin.
Oh, like a quarter. It looks like it's a little more, but...
Okay.
All right, good enough. This is going to be a lot of ginger. It's good. Love ginger. Right?
Okay, and 1 tablespoon salt. Crank it up.
We're going to boil this, and when it starts to bubble...
Mm-hmm. We're going to turn it down.
Yeah.
And let it simmer, high simmer.
High simmer.
Yeah, for 2 hours.
For 2 hours. All right, so we're at full boil right now. Check it out. All right, so now we're gonna...
There isn't much scum, so I'm not gonna skim anything.
You mean there's not a lot of fat on the top?
No, you see that white stuff?
Just that stuff right there?
Yeah, we can skim it, but it's not worth the trouble.
Okay, so now we're gonna go and bring it down to low?
I don't know your machinery. Yeah, let's turn it down to between low and 2.
We're between low and 2 for a simmer. Okay, now we got to do this for an hour.
Yeah, just tell me what time it is. Okay, do it for an hour.
Okay, timer is started for an hour. Okay, right, so after an hour, then we prepare the rice. And then we let this continue to simmer for an hour. It's been 55 minutes.
Yeah.
Since the beginning of the simmer.
Right.
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to get some rice, put it in this big sieve. Half a teaspoon of vegetable oil and a half a tablespoon of this. You can just eyeball it.
Half a tablespoon.
Half a tablespoon, and give it a stir. Put every grain is coated with everything.
All right.
That's it for another hour.
That's it for another hour.
Yes.
Okay. Before we walk away and let this sit for another hour, we are going to flip the bones around to kind of, you know, mix it up a little bit. I've been replaced by a guest appearance by Ben Fong-Torres.
You've been replaced. Oh, I'm the new sous chef?
That's exactly
Oh,
right.
cool. Okay. So, what are we making, chef?
What have we made?
Yeah, what's going on?
There's 15 minutes left on the clock.
That's close enough.
Yet my mom thinks it smells good enough. It smells great.
Mm-hmm.
Just pull it out and let it drip, drip, drip. Because that's all the turkey goodness.
Oh, yeah. And let's see, the ginger there for flavoring. Along the edges there. All right.
So what we're going to do is get rid of the schmutz.
Oh, the schmutz removal process. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh.
There wasn't much.
No.
We're going to bring it up to kind of a boil. And then we put the rice in.
Uh-huh. Wait till it comes up to a boil, though. That'll be another hour and a half, right?
No, it should be just a few minutes.
Oh, okay.
Okay, then put the bowl in there and just give it a shake. You know what I mean?
Give the bowl in here and do this.
Yeah.
Ha 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 hoo ha. Okay.
Not your finger.
No.
Stir, 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 stir.
Okay.
Now all we have to do is do some condiments. And the condiments could be as simple as sliced green onions.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so just to be clear, you're not bringing this to a boil. You're going to keep it at medium heat for 2 hours. So that the rice
it's going to come up to a
disintegrates.
boil.
It's going to come up to a boil and then you're going to turn it down?
Yeah,
And let it just be, you're going to simmer it, or what are you
Yeah.
going to do?
simmer.
Simmer. And you're going to do this, you put it to simmer for 2 more hours, is that?
I think it breaks down in about an hour and a half.
So we may be done before tomorrow. There's a good chance.
We might be having this for the traditional breakfast.
Mm-hmm. That's what Jook is for?
Yes, that's what they usually,
Yeah.
before it was the hangover. It was a hangover cure, I thought.
Mm-hmm.
There.
All
Now we
right.
can relax for a bit.
Okay. Where's that Scrabble board?
We're at a nice simmer. See how it's kind of like getting into the broth now?
Simmer down. Simmer
See?
down. Mm-hmm.
So meanwhile, someone needs to like wash this.
I wonder who that someone would be. Hmm. Ow! Just kidding.
Okay, then we want this.
Mm-hmm.
We want it chopped up into smaller pieces.
Oh, okay. So now we have the diced turkey along with the green onions and no other condiments for you.
No, I think
Okay.
that's keep it simple.
Stupid.
See how this looks now? It's still not perfect. But
Has
should
to
we,
cook longer.
should we just
No, we got to get it right, Mom.
Okay, it's gonna be another 15. We're gonna drop the turkey meat in.
Well dropped. Okay.
Here we go.
Stir, 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 as you always say.
Yeah.
I will scoop and
Yes.
serve.
Yep. There.
Jay, do you want to recap what you learned today?
I learned that something that I thought was really simple to make, I clearly took for granted, and
Yeah.
and after seeing, it's like 6 o'clock, like Saturday is gone, and we've been just hovering over this pot, and
Well.
but I mean, it just goes to show that it takes a long time to make something that's so good, you know.
It's delicious.
Ah.
It's absolutely delicious. Now, I
Two-
happen to be starving,
two
which
rays.
helps, but it is still delicious.
This is cool Jook. Mm-hmm. Very good.
Yeah.
Cool Jook.
Uh,
Cool hot Jook.